I'm Chad Hoover, and this week we're in La Crosse, Wisconsin, fishing the Mississippi River for the 2018 KBF Midwest Open, where somebody's going home $10,000 richer.
Get up and put on the coffee. You know the sunlight won't last. Making my way to the country. I'm gonna catch a big old
That is a stud. Yeah! Oh my God! Booyah! Hey guys, we are back in one of my favorite places on the planet, La Crosse, Wisconsin. And we're here for the 2018 KBF Midwest Open. And I'm hooking up with my good buddy, Jeremiah Burrish. And we are going out and following him for a part of the day and see how he does, what his strategy is, what his mindset is in fishing an event with a guaranteed $10,000 payout. And then we're gonna go and try to find some of the other anglers and do the same thing. We got some of the top sticks in the Kayak Bass Fishing Tournament Series, and I'm excited to see how those guys do in this amazing fishery.
So the spot I'm going to, I kind of found a few weeks ago, and it was awesome. It was like guerrilla warfare out there. I mean, you're ducking trees and you're getting way up in there and you're casting. It was like every time you'd call it, you know, there's gonna be one right under that mat. And sure enough, you'd throw a frog in there, it'd hit. We're gonna hope they're still there today. Water levels kind of stayed the same and get back at them.
Oh, there he is. Fish on. Good fish. Look at this guy right here. And it's a smallmouth on top of that, which makes it even more fun. Look at that dude. That's why he missed it the first time, is he's got a bad eye on one side. He's missing an eye. So I had to catch him on the good eye side over here. See, on the good eye side, and that's the bad eye side. I'm just kidding. Fish have a lateral line, so even when they can't see, they can pretty much sense the lure. A lot like Daredevil, who was blind, can kind of sense the things that are around him and turn it on. But that's a chunky little dude right there. Mississippi River, chunky smallmouth, little brown bombers. With all this wind, we're gonna push our way back into what the Mississippi River is famous for here in La Crosse, into some of these backwaters and find some more isolated current seams and see if we can't pick up some fish.
So when I frog fish, I do a couple of different things. Kind of just depends on the structure that I'm fishing. But what I'm doing right now is when I get it out into that duckweed and stuff, I'm just hopping it across, kind of at a fast pace to get their attention and then stopping it. It's really a reaction bite, but sometimes they chase it, kind of wonder what it is, and as soon as you stop it, they just destroy it. Got him. Not a big one, but he just blew it up. Look at that, frog fishing at its finest. Look at that, I love that. I'm gonna at least measure him. He's not big, but another 13 and a half. Well, there he goes. Yeah, I got the picture. I got a few. I better double check, but I think I did. Yep, I got the picture. The frog has been good. There just isn't a more fun way to fish than that.
One of my favorite things about Jeremiah is he's fun to fish with. And the reason that he's fun to fish with is he's, we'll call it easily impressioned. He's gullible. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Did you actually have a bite right there?
No.
Yeah, you're hilarious.
Of course I wasn't fishing with him and impeding his ability to compete in the contest. Come on, man. You don't know me better than that.
What the, oh my God. Dude, come on. Not funny.
It was kind of funny.
It's kind of funny, but it's not that funny. Trying to win 10 G's, man.
He thought I just hooked a giant right in front of him. You know, not only did anglers have to face the wind, but in many cases the current proved to be challenging and in some cases a little sketchy. But I will tell you this, the anglers that faced that current, the anglers that put in the work to get to the places where the fish were holding, definitely proved that that strategy paid off. Up in that big stuff. He's not as big as I thought he was. He flat annihilated that frog. These fish up here are square. Even when they're small, they're little chunks. Kayak Bassin is brought to you by Bonafide. Stability, agility, ultimate fishability. Fish USA, America's tackle shop. Kayak Bass Fishing, kayak anglers' premier resource.
I don't think the fish are in here. This water is not really moving like it was in the other spots where I was getting bites. It's kind of a little stagnant area, so no fresh water is coming in. So we're gonna give it a couple more casts in here, but I'm not gonna waste a lot of time. Clearly, there's no water moving. I don't think the fish are in the spots where there's no water moving.
I made a run, man, back towards the boat launch that I put in at.
Do you plan on leaving there and going somewhere else, or are you going to be in that area?
I'm going to be right here in this area. This is where I caught fish yesterday.
All right, I'll find you. We're on our way.
Okay, man.
Yeah, he's a ways away now.
It's all good. We're going to have to leave and go find another angler here in a bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Especially since you're stinking it up.
Dude.
How many fish do you have?
4.
Oh, you got 4? That's good.
3 of them are small, though.
The thing about these events, you can't win it on day 1, but you can lose it. Jay Wallen's like smoking it.
It's all about eliminating water when you're fishing like this. There's a little area right here to the right I want to try. Getting close to the last cast, so I move closer to the ramp. Right off the main river, there's this little boat slip here that's pretty protected. I've been pretty fortunate, got some fish this morning. Just keepers, nothing impressive. I'm about 75 inches total. I've been fishing the backwaters of the river all day with a frog. When they miss the frog, I follow up with a paddle tail and usually catch them. See if I can drop this power pole here and kind of work this little hole right here pretty good. You talk about a handy tool, especially in conditions like this. It's been super windy. You know, the winds are gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Tough fishing in a kayak if you don't have something to help you out. Dropping an anchor up and down just isn't efficient in some areas, especially when you got a lot of grass like it is here. But if anybody's wondering what it's like fishing in the Shreveport area for the national championship, come to La Crosse, Wisconsin. Sounds kind of odd, but it's pretty close to the same. A lot of grass, a lot of lily pads.
And one of the things I've been most impressed about with Dwayne Taff is that he won the biggest show in kayak fishing. He won the Kayak Bass Fishing National Championship. He's already qualified to fish again next year as the past champion, but he's out there competing, mixing it up. He's fishing different waters. He's challenging himself. You define a true champion by not only how they respond when they get knocked down, but how they act once they're on top. And Dwayne is out there doing it right. All right, so we're gonna take a look at the leaderboard to see who's doing what. All right, Jay Wallen, the 2016 Kayak Bass Fishing Angler of the Year, is currently sitting in first place with 85 3/4 inches. Cody Milton sitting in second place with 82 3/4 inches. Eric Siddiqui sitting in third place with 76 72.5 inches. But to finish out the top 5, you got Josh Stewart at 74.25, who finished second in the KBF National Championship, and Mel Ash from Missouri, one of the 10 finalists from last year, who actually has 72.5 inches. So right now, the top 5 guys are all members of the KBF 10, which just shows that these guys are fishing consistent no matter where they go, and that's why they end up in the 10 on Bienville Plantation year after year.
The main reason I travel 12 hours to come here is to make it back to the 10. It's a really cool experience. You have 10 guys in the past champion, so you have 11 people staying under one roof, you know, competing for $10,000. It's a really cool place, and it's a great experience. When I first heard about like the kayak community, like everyone being friends, like everyone sharing spots, sharing baits, I was like, that's crazy. Usually there's a lot of fights when you get into boat tournaments and stuff. I don't really ever see it in kayak tournaments. Like, I mean, one of my roommates on the road, we do a 5% rule. He gave me this bait last night because I'd lost my other one the day before on pike. And he was like, you know, didn't charge me anything. He was just like, yeah, give me 5% if you win. It's not like tournament bass fishing. It's completely different. I mean, people are super nice. It's made me a little more laid back and just kind of roll with the punches a little more. Yesterday, they were most grouped up on that point up there, and then sometimes the boat pulls in, you know, 50 yards in front of you. Starts dropping bobbers out in the pads. It's all right, though. He's got a pretty dog, I'll give him that.
All right, guys, so 2018 Kayak Bass Fishing National Champion, Mr. Dwayne Taft, is motoring in, and we checked the leaderboard. It's the end of day 1. Dwayne is making sure he's got time to get back to the check-in, get his fish loaded, currently sitting in 13th. We'll find out tomorrow if that 13's lucky or unlucky. Kayak Bassin is brought to you by Yak Attack, Nines, Power Pole Micro Anchor, Yakima, Anchor Wizard. All right, good morning, everybody. We are here at the start of day 2 for the 2018 Kayak Bass Fishing Midwest Open from Crosse, Wisconsin, and I am at the boat ramp where both the #1 guy and the #2 guy are getting their gear together and heading out to fight this wind. Let's check out Mr. Jim Davis. So what Jim's doing right here is he is placing his identifier into Tourney Tag. Tourney Tag is a company that makes a real cool product so that you can secure your identifier. As you can tell with this wind out here right now, if you didn't have a way of securing it and you didn't hold on to it, this thing could fly away and then your day might be over if you don't have a backup. In catch, photo, release tournaments, what we do is we give these guys a code the night before so we know that they couldn't have caught the fish prior to that, and that's how we maintain the integrity of catch, photo, release tournaments. All right, so here he is. Mr. Corey Sherman from Iowa, ironically enough, leading day 1, and leading day 1 by quite a bit, man.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. Psychologically, are you in a better place with the lead, or are you sweating it more? Are you going to go out there and lay the smack down is what I'm asking you.
I'm going to try.
He's going to try.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is be consistent. Everybody else has got to catch you. You just got to not trip, fall, land on your face,
no pressure.
And no pressure,
Yeah.
no pressure whatsoever. One of my favorite things about tournament day is driving around, bumping into anglers, and just being amongst them with that nervous energy. It's awesome to be there and kind of be part of that, and sometimes it's even intoxicating to be surrounded by that level of adrenaline, that level of anxiety of what you get to happen. And it's even more fun to watch it unfold and to watch the pieces move around throughout the course of the day. All right, guys, so we just ran into Joshua Booth from Joplin, Missouri, and he was actually walking around with his camera. What were you doing, Josh?
Trying to get some signal so I can upload some photos.
And why are you trying to upload photos right in the middle of the day like this?
I got a couple big ones that might get me some money.
In the KBF Big Bass Brawl, so are you catching them?
Yeah, I'm on them. I'm on them hard.
Do you want to tell everybody how you're catching them?
No.
Hey, listen, he's an angler. I wouldn't tell y'all either. But man, jump back in the kayak, get back out there and put some fish on the board. You know, the whole purpose of running these tournaments is to have fun. So as often as I can, I get the family to be involved in what we're doing. So on day 2, rather than get out there and interfere with these guys who are really intently focused on trying to win the event, better their position, qualify for the national championship, win hourly big bass by poking a camera in their face, I decided to spend it with the family.
My name is Colton Hammonds. I am the youngest out of the 3 kids that my mother has birthed. There is Morgan, the oldest, Wyatt, the second oldest, and then I am the youngest.
So, buddy, you're gonna catch probably some largemouth, maybe some smallmouth, but you're gonna catch pike today, okay?
Okay.
And pike is not one of my favorite fish to catch.
I've learned that.
Yeah, you've heard, huh? They are kind of, I consider them like the alligator of Wisconsin because they have some big old sharp teeth. They're not gonna jump out the boat and get you, but just when you hook one, just let Chad take care of it. He's gonna tell you to grab it behind the head and take the hook out and manhandle it, but I don't know about all that.
You're gonna grab it behind the head and manhandle it.
So just be careful.
I will.
Okay. You got 10 fingers. We don't lose any of them to a pike. Okay.
I'm really aiming for a largemouth. From what I've heard about pike, they're very dangerous. My mom is terrified of pike because of how sharp their teeth are. And she said that one time she was fishing, she caught a pike. She reeled in, and then she almost stuck her hand in there. And then she saw the teeth, and all those teeth could easily cut you, and she's very terrified of them now. She also said if it doesn't look like a bass, then it's probably a pike, and don't try to whip it. Chad said that he'd teach me how to manhandle it, which he said grab it by the back of the head, and I'm assuming that there's a nerve there, which doesn't allow it to bite, so then he just sticks his hand in there and gets his hook out. At least that's my theory. I don't want to catch a whole buttload of pike.
You see that? I think it's a little northern, so we're gonna stop going after him, but followed it right up to the boat twice in a row. Sharp teeth, stay away from those. I like catching them, and they're delicious to eat, but not fun to catch when you're bass fishing in a tournament. They cut up your frogs really bad, so then they don't float anymore. They bite you off completely, so a $10 frog down the drain, gone.
The past few days, I've caught several pike where you can tell a bigger pike's tried to eat them. The things are crazy, man, and they'll tear you up too. They'll tear you up. I got bit pretty good here. Had went through a buzzbait through my thumb. I don't like the pike, but they're pretty cool little fish. Not bad.
Kayak Bassin is brought to you by Yak Attack, Nines, Power Pole Micro Anchor, Yakima, Anchor Wizard. When it comes to teaching kids to fish, there is no cookie cutter formula. Each one's different, each one's unique, and you have to take a unique approach. They come in all different shapes, sizes, formulas, flavors, tastes, likes and dislikes. And one of the things that Colton likes is he likes being outside, but what he doesn't like about outside is outside things.
Oh, here's a fish right here.
Nice.
But my thing is stuck with all this stuff.
Yeah, just reel it in and keep fishing
I
it.
can't. Ugh.
Colton doesn't listen to anything. So there is no thing you can do other than make it a game, continue to take him out, don't expect to be out there too long. Now, Colton, I think, was scared of catching a pike, so he didn't put a lot of effort into it. Wyatt, on the other hand, loves to get out there and mix it up, doesn't mind getting dirty, doesn't mind getting sweaty, doesn't mind getting grimy, and will do work. So Colton has got about a 45-minute to 2-hour attention span, depending on how many fish he's catching. Wyatt, on the other hand, could go from before daylight to after dark and never complain one time.
Oh, got him.
Oh, oh, nice. Yeah, good job, Wyatt. Don't reel all the way to the tip like that. There you go. Let some line out and bring it to your hand. There you go, buddy. So let's come over here and take a look at this thing on a jigger. Nice. I hate to say this, that is a good fish, but he's got to get the dink drop.
All right.
Go ahead and get that thing back in there with your dink drop. You were buzzing this thing across the top. I heard it blow up. Did it miss it once?
It missed it once. I dropped the bait.
What was cool about it is we actually talked about that. He reeled it across the top. I heard it blow up. I looked back and then I saw him drop his rod tip, and then I saw him set the hook and the fish jumped, and so you did everything perfect.
I did it.
Fish blew up, missed it, right?
Yep.
You dropped the rod tip, waited till you saw the line moving, crossed his eyes. All right, Wyatt. So far you're the champion of the day. You took home the title.
Well, I didn't really win the day.
Yeah, you did. You won the brother shootout. But I caught one fish. He caught one fish. There's a whole bunch of people that caught him better. Let's go find out who caught him the best and is taking home the title of the 2018 KBF Midwest Open champion. One of the major reasons that we choose to come to La Crosse for our bigger kayak fishing events is the amount of space, the number of launch sites, and just the expansive backwaters for anglers to spread out and kind of have water to themselves.
There's so much water. There's backwaters for miles and miles and miles. It's the Mississippi River, the main channel, and then all those sloughs and multiple rivers flowing into the Mississippi River. It's scenic, it's gorgeous. You have the bluffs in the background overlooking the Mississippi River. It really is truly a special place, and it's an incredible fishery.
And that's why we've chosen it as the host city for the 2019 Kayak Bass Fishing Trail Series Championship and Challenge Series Championship. So it's going to be interesting to see if the smallmouth bite or the largemouth bite is the one that takes home the crown. In first place, taking home this trophy, and since both of these guys are in bonus bucks, whoever wins is taking home $10,000 with 169.25 inches. Your 2018 KBF Midwest Open champion from La Crosse on the Mississippi River, Mr. Jay Wallen. Congratulations. There you go, brother. So Jay's taking home the hardware, making a big leap on the Angler of the Year standings, pretty much securing his position in another trip to the 10 and taking home that check for $10,000. So one more round of applause. All right, so I have to thank the folks at Explore La Crosse for making this whole thing possible. And congratulations one more time to the 2018 KBF Midwest Open champion, Mr. Jay Wallen from Lexington, Kentucky. So let's take a look at the top 10 anglers, and I'll see you guys next week for more kayak bass fishing.